Good evening, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another edition of Payoff Pitch. We have returned to continue the 1985 season as the strike that was on actually during that season, August 6th and 7th. It was a 2-day strike. So I took yesterday off to kind of like simulate the strike. We are now back for more baseball action. We are at Jack Murphy Stadium. The Houston Astros take on the San Diego Padres tonight to restart the 85 season. Let's take a look at the standings in the National League. It's tight. The Houston Astros, 55 wins. They are 3 wins behind Cincinnati for third. The Padres right now are at 59 wins. This is an important game. All these games get more important as we move through this season, as we move through now the month of August. So we got a big game here between the Astros and the Padres. The Astros, of course, 3 wins behind Cincinnati, and they're both chasing the Dodgers, who have 66 wins. So right now, the National League West pretty much is still a 4-horse race in that division for the top 3 spots to make the playoffs. Starting pitcher for the Padres tonight was Lamarr Hoyt. He was 16-8 with a 3.47 ERA. He was the ace of the Padres pitching staff. He adds 20 to the tough roll, so he could be very, very interesting tonight. And of course, he was in the All-Star game that I did for the 1985 All-Star game. The Padres did historically win this game 6-5. So let's go ahead and get started. Leading off for the Astros will be second baseman Bill Doran. Hoyt is a right-hander, and Doran batted .280, 9 homers against rights. I am starting a little early. Unfortunately, I also know that some of my other constituents started some streaming. I want to get this game in before the college football game. Must watch Ohio State and Alabama. Pitch from Hoyt to start the game. That starts as a defense, 85. Of course, I don't have my cards ready, but that's not a problem. Here we are. Defense, 85, and that is a range check to third base. The ball has hit the nettles. His range is a C. 85 should be okay, and it is. That's going to be an out, and it will be a ground out to third for out number 1. As Bears Den and Mr. Moley join us here at Jack Murphy Stadium. Welcome, fans. Next batter will be Craig Reynolds. He is the shortstop for the Astros today. Good to see you from the UK, Mr. Moley. Pleasure here to have you. Hoyt's pitch. That is an in-play 41. That's a base hit for Reynolds. He will trot down to first. He gets a nice single. He'll hold there. Next up for the Astros is third baseman Denny Walling, batted .270, 7 homers against rights in 85. Reynolds at first, nothing going on. Here is the pitch, and that is a tough 79, and that's going to be a fly out to center. Remember, Lamarr Hoyt adds 20 to the tough rolls. So that's a fly out to center, and that is out number 2. And next up will be Jose Cruz. He is in left field for this game. Reynolds on it first. Here's the pitch from Hoyt. And that is a ballpark 90. That's going to be in play for Cruz. But an in-play 86 is also a fly out to center. And that will end it. So no runs and a hit for the Stros in this important game. Of course, all these games now are pretty important for these teams as they're trying to chase a playoff spot. Pitching for the Astros in this game was Joe Niekro. Of course, we know we lost his brother last week. In 1985, he was 40 years old, 9 wins, 12 losses, a 3.72 ERA. He adds 10 to the tough rolls in this game. Leading off for the Padres will be center fielder Al Bumbry. One of his last seasons in the majors, Bumbry was 38 years old in 1985. He batted .218 this year. Niekro with the pitch. That's a patient 40, and it's going to be a single for Bumbry. He will trot down to first on a base hit. Next up is the shortstop, Gary Templeton, batted .295 against the Rights. Niekro's pitch. That's a patient as well, 61, but that's a ground ball to third. Templeton's double play rating is 5. Niekro's a 6. That is a 10, and Bunbury's only a 5, so the throw goes to second to get Bunbury. They will not get Templeton, and that does go as a fielder's choice. That's out number 1. And next up is this guy, right fielder Tony Gwynn. Batted .331, 4 homers against the righties in 85. Pitch from Niekro, and that is a tough 35, just misses a wild pitch, but that is going to be a pop out to second, and that's out number 2. Gwynn pops that out. Actually, it's a tough 45, really, I said, right? 35, it's really a 45, but it's still a pop out to second. Here is Steve Garvey. He's at first base tonight. Actually, he's at first base every time he plays. Pitch from Niekro. That's a tough 32, and that's going to be also a pop out to second. And that will do it there. So we'll hit for the Padres, but that's all they can muster. And we still got no score after 1. Top of the second inning coming up, and here is Jerry Mumphrey for the Astros. He is in right field for the game. Pitch from Hoyt, and looks like something didn't make it. There we go. That's better. How about a tough 33? And that's going to still be a base hit for Jerry Mumphrey. It's a 13, but it still adds 20. And a 33 actually makes that a single. So because that's where this tough roll can actually hurt the pitcher, as he allows a base hit, Mumphrey will go to first. And the next batter will be Glenn Davis. He is at first base for this game. Mumphrey not stealing or anything like that. Here's the pitch from Hoyt, and that's an in-play 73, a ground ball to second base. Davis's double play rating's a 9. Hoyt's a 6. That is an 8. The throw goes to second to get Mumphrey, but Davis is going to be safe at first on the fielder's choice, and that is the first out. Next up is Kevin Bass. Bass is in center field for the game tonight. Batted .241, 6 homers against rights. Davis on it first, and there's still 1 out. Hoyt will pitch, and that is an in-play 0-2. Bass is going to lace a double. And that's going to be a deep drive off the wall in left field. All runners coming around. They're going to come around. Davis coming from third. He will score. It's 1-0 Astros. All runners score on a big RBI double by Kevin Bass. So the Astros draw first blood, lead 1-0 on the Padres. Bass is now at second with 1 out, and the next batter will be Phil Garner. Garner is, I'm sorry, not Phil Garner, my bad. The next batter is Mark Bailey. He's the catcher. I don't know why I got Garner up there. Garner wasn't in the starting lineup today. Mark Bailey, the batter, he's the catcher. Batted .250 against rights. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Jack Murphy Stadium. Still 1 out. Runner on second. Here's the pitch from Hoyt. And that's an in-play 77. That's a ground ball to second. The throw is going to go to first for out number 2. Bass a run rating of 7. He will make third. And that is out number 2 there. Even though the dice roll is an 8, it's higher than Bass. But on grounder to second, it's automatic. It's an automatic. If you're a 6, if you're at least a 5 or higher, you go to third on a run on a ball automatically hit from to second base, and you're on that. Here is Joe Niekro. He will actually has a batter card here, and he batted .250 as a pitcher in '85. Let's see if Niekro can get a hit. Lamarr Hoyt, that's also in play, 54. That's not going to happen. A ground out to third, throw goes to first, and inning over. Astros do get a run on 2 hits and lead 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. The Astros are 55 and 51. The Padres are 59 and 47. As I said, the Astros are 3 games back, or should say 3 wins back of Cincinnati, trying to get into the top 3. Remember, top 3 teams in each division make the playoffs for a total of 12 in my playoff bracket, which allows more important games to have a lot of games still stay important. Who leads off? That would be third baseman Greg Nettles. Batted .274, 11 homers against the Rights in '85. Niekro with the pitch. That's a defense 61. Error check to right. The ball was hit to Mumphrey. His error rating is a 1. A 1 to 64 is an error, and that is a 61, and it looks like he's not going to make the play, and that is going to be an error. And it will be a 1-base error as the ball seems to pop out of the glove. And that's where Nettles will be safe. So that's an E9. E9 on Mumphrey, and that's the first error on the Astros. Next batter is Terry Kennedy. He is the catcher. Batted .262 against the Rights. I don't know where Steeler fan is, although he may be watching Bleacher Bum's gaming games going on at the same time. As much as I wanted him to complete the game, I had to start a little early. I am not missing the College Football National Championship. Pitch from Niekro. Patient, 31, but that's going to be a wild pitch to the backstop. And Nettles will trot to second. And now we'll re-roll again. Niekro will pitch. Again, now Nettles on at second after the wild one. They'll try again. This time it's a tough 48, and it's a pop out to third. That's out number 1. Next up for the Friars is Carmelo Martinez. He's in left field for the game. Batted .256. Against righties. Niekro's pitch. That's a patient 70. Base hit for Martinez. He gets a single. That's a line drive into center field. Greg Nettles rounding third. He will have no problem scoring. Martinez on first, and the Padres tie it up right in the bottom of the second inning. Now tied at 1. Next batter is Tim Flannery. He is at second base for this game. Batted .294 against righties in '85. Martinez on at first. 1 out. Pitch from Niekro. And that's a patient 28. That's ball 4. And Martinez will trot down to first. Runners at first and second now. That does bring up the pitcher, Lamarr Hoyt. He batted .063 as a hitter. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Niekro in a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the second. Pitch from Niekro. That's wheelhouse 17. And that's not going to be anything. That's going to be a pop out to first. Wheelhouse, he gave a pitch, a meatball to Hoyt. Hoyt wouldn't have had a home run anyway, but it sounded good. It's a pop out to first, and that is out number 2. And I'm pretty sure Niekro's happy that was a pitcher at the plate, not a batter. Here's Al Bumbry. Bumbry singled his last time up. Carmelo Martinez, a steal sign was on, but he shakes it off, so it's still going to be first and second with 2 outs now. Niekro's pitch. That's a tough 13, but it becomes a tough 23, and that's going to be a single for Bunbury. That extra roll does hurt. Martinez's run rating is a 5. It's not an automatic 2-base, so I have to draw. It's a line drive into center field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores. Martinez will come in to score. Flannery goes to third. Bunbury on at first. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Friars. And Bunbury's 2 for 2. How about that? Here's Gary Templeton. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Niekro looking in. And now the pitch on the way. Patient 38. That's a single by Templeton. It's a base hit. Flannery does score, but I got to draw for Bunbury. And that is going to be an opposite field liner. So he's hitting from the left side. So that was hit to left field. So an opposite field liner to left field. Flannery does come in to score. Let's see here. Flannery comes in to score. Bunbury, and it says runner on first advances 1 base with a choice. His run rating is 5. That is a 5, and Bunbury's gonna actually try to go to third. I think it's a mistake. And he's going to stay. He's going to turn back and go stay at second base. He is not going to try to go to third base. I think he would be a dead duck, but it is now 3-1 in favor of the Padres. As that plus makes it a choice. It's something I do not have to do if I am not actively managing the batting team. So Bunbury will hold at first and second. Now 3-1 Padres. And here's Tony Gwynn, as the Padres are already getting to Niekro. Runners at first and second. Gwynn is 0 for 1. And here is the pitch from Niekro. And that is a tough 93, and it's a ground ball to second. Throw goes to first, and that will end the inning. 3 runs for the Padres on 3 hits and a walk. At the end of 2, Padres leading the Astros 3-1. Top of the 3rd inning coming up. It is Bill Doran leading off for the Astros here. Already down 3-1. Lamarr Hoyt will pitch. And that is a ballpark 97. That's in play. In play, 47 is a single for Doran. He gets a base hit into center field. He'll trot to first. Leadoff hit for Doran. And that will bring up Craig Reynolds. Reynolds is 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. Doran is not stealing. 10 on the dice. 4+ steal rating. Hoyt will pitch. And that is an in-play 48. Reynolds smacks a single off of Hoyt. And that is a long single into the gap to center field. And Doran will hold at second. He will not go to third. And now the Astros are in business. And the next batter is Denny Walling. So can the Astros get some runs here, already down 3-1 by the Padres? This was a close game. Final score was 6-5, San Diego. Hoyt with the pitch. In play, 0-6, double for Denny Walling. That is a big-time double. Grounder down the line to left field. Runners advance 2 bases, so Doran will come in to score. Reynolds to third, and Walling to second. And it is now 3-2. Here come the Astros. Walling smacks a double. And the Astros are in business big time. And here's Jose Cruz with runners at second and third for Houston. Cody Travis joins us here at Jack Murphy Stadium. Welcome to the Murph. Runners at second and third. Padres are going to call run rating a 7. They're going to call the infield. They're going to call the infield back and just take the out. Actually, no, you got no outs, right? They're going to call the infield in, try to prevent the run from coming in. Pitch from Hoyt. Tough. And that's a tough 21, and he struck him out. Big strikeout on Cruz. And that's only the first strikeout for Hoyt. He averaged only 3.6 per 9 innings in 85. Not really a hard thrower. Next batter is Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey singled his last time up. Runner still at second and third. Infield is still in. Pitch from Hoyt. That's a wheelhouse 58, and it's going to be a double for Jerry Mumphrey. He doesn't get all of it, but he got most of it. Reynolds will score. Walling will score, and the Astros just took the lead. 2 RBI double by Jerry Mumphrey. Four to 3 Astros with Jerry Mumphrey on its second. So right now, even Hoyt is having some issues. We'll see if he can calm down a little bit. Next batter for the Astros is Glenn Davis. Still only 1 out here on the top of the third. Hoyt's pitch. That's an in-play 36, and that is a single for Davis. That's a base hit for him. And that is a sharp liner that drops in front of the left fielder. Mumphrey is going to go to third, and he will hold there. Davis stops at first. And the hits are coming for the Astros. And that will bring up Kevin Bass. Runners at first and third. The Padres will play the infield back, try to get 2. And we'll see what they do here with Bass. Bass got a double his last time up. Pitch from Hoyt. And that is also an in-play 80. That's a fly ball to center field. That's a fly out to center. That is out number 2. Now it's an in-play to center. It's an in-play to center field. Now on an in-play fly ball, in order for the runner on third to have a chance to score, all right, his run rating has got to be high, equal to or lower than the dice roll. That is an 8 on that. That's my rule for in-play flyouts with the runner on third. Mumphrey has to hold. So there is no chance at a sacrifice fly. Next batter is the catcher, Mark Bailey. Runners at first and third still, as that ball was hit a little too shallow. Remember, wheelhouse, fly out, runner automatically scores. Patient, I can make the choice no matter what. But on an in-play, I can only make the choice if the die roll is equal to or less than the runner's run rating on third. Otherwise, the third base coach says no. Pitch from Hoyt. And that's an in-play 73, but that's a ground ball to second, and that will end the inning. But a good inning for the Astros as they get 3 runs on 5 hits. And it is 4-3 in favor of Houston. Bottom of the third. Leading off for the Friars is Steve Garvey. Niekro's pitch. Tough. 35. And it's a pop out to second base. Out number 1. That's the second time Garvey's popped out to second. Next batter is Greg Nettles. Nettles got on base on an error. because Mumphrey couldn't catch the ball out there in right. Niekro will pitch. And that is a tough 21, and that's going to be a double for Nettles. That is a big-time double, as the extra 10 actually hurts Niekro on that one. And Nettles is on base for the second time in the ball game. He will hold at second and bring up Terry Kennedy. Kennedy popped out his last time up. How old is my mom, Cody? I'm sorry. You're asking me how old is my mom? She's 74. One out. Nettles on at second. Niekro's pitch. And that is a patient 68. That's a fly out to left. Out number 2. Put away there by Cruz. Yeah, she loves the Yankees. But nobody's perfect. Not even my mom. Here's Carmelo Martinez. He singled his last time up. Niekro looking in, checks and deals, and that is a tough 27, and he still struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Niekro. He averaged 4.9 per 9 innings, but that is all there, so no runs and a hit for the Padres. It's 4-3 Astros. At the end of 3. Top of the 4th coming up. The leadoff batter for the Astros will be Joe Niekro, and he will bat. Start the top of the 4th inning. On this day in August 8th in 1985. Lamarr, let's see here. That is a defense 08. That's not going to be good. That's a range hit to left field. That ball is hit to Martinez. His range is a C. 1-47 is a hit. That is no way that's happening. That's going to be a hit, and that's going to be a single for Niekro. Niekro gets into the action, and he has a base hit. How about that? He has a nice single. He'll hold it first, and of course, he's not a threat to steal, and the batter will be Bill Doran. Niekro on it first. Hoyt with the pitch. And that is a ballpark 75 that's in play. In play, 70 is a fly ball to right field. That's out number 1. Niekro holds. Next up is Craig Reynolds. Reynolds is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Niekro on it first. There's the pitch from Hoyt. And that's a patient 38. That's going to be a single for Reynolds. He smacks a base hit. That's going to be a line drive into center field. Niekro will go to second and stay there and be happy with 1 base. And once again, the Astros are in business. Craig Reynolds is now 3 for 3. He's got 3 singles. A chance now for Houston here is Walling. Walling got a doubles last time up, 1 for 2. Hoyt with the pitch. That is a tough 13, becomes a 33, and that will be a pop out to second. And that is out number 2. And now if the Astros want to bring in a run, it'll be up to Jose Cruz. He's 0 for 2. Niekro on at second. Reynolds at first. Lamarr, Hoyt in a bit of a jam, trying to keep it a 1-run game. Pitch coming, and that is a tough 83, and it will be a fly out to center, and that will end it there. No runs for Houston. There were 2 hits. Bottom of the 4th coming up, still 4-3 in favor of the Astros. Batting for the Friars will be Tim Flannery. He walked his last time up. Pitch from Niekro. That's a tough 44, and it's a ground ball to third. Throw goes to first for the first out. Next batter is Lamarr Hoyt. He will bat. Pitch to Hoyt. That's a ballpark 93. That's going to be in play. And in play 75 is a fly out to center, though, and that's out number 2. Hoyt got a nice swing at it, but hit it right into Bass's glove. And now here is Al Bumbry. Bumbry having a good game. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Not bad for a 38-year-old. Niekro pitches tough, and that is a tough 55. And nothing doing here this time. That's just going to be a ground out to short. And that is the first 1-2-3 inning for Joe Niekro. At the end of 4, Astros leading 4-3. Inning number 5 comes up next. And here is Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey is 2 for 2, a single and a double. Pitch from Hoyt. That's a tough 37, and that's going to be a pop out to second. That's out number 1. Next batter will be Glenn Davis. Davis is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Get a tough. That's a tough 98. Fly out to left. Nice easy play there by Martinez. And here is Kevin Bass. Bass is 1 for 2. He had a double in the second. Hoyt with the pitch. In play, 26. Bass is going to get a single. He keeps the inning alive as he will go to first. That's a nice base hit to center. Bass will hold there. He's now 2 for 3 tonight. A chance now for Mark Bailey. Bass on it first. Bailey getting ready. Pitch from Hoyt. And that's also in play, 18. And that's a single for Bailey. Bass has a run rating of 7. He will automatically make third with 2 outs. And now a chance for the Astros again. Unfortunately, the next batter for the Astros is Joe Niekro, although he did hit 250. This is only the 5th inning. His fatigue inning is the 7th, which means, and he's already given up 3 runs. So I know that the 6th would be his last inning, no matter what. With that being the case, Niekro is going to come out, and the Astros will go to the pen. They do, however, have to have the most at bats against a righty that is on the bench, and that will be Phil Garner. Phil Garner will pinch hit against Lamarr Hoyt. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. A chance here for the Astros, as the Astros are going to go to the bullpen. Lamarr Hoyt checks and deals. And here it comes. And that is an in-play 83, but it's a fly out to center, and that will end it there. So no runs for Houston. There were 2 hits. Halfway through the game, 4-3 in favor of the Astros. Bottom of the 5th. Got a switch, a left-right coming up. Gary Templeton is the leadoff batter. Let's see who the Astros got in the bullpen to come out and pitch. And let's see who they're going to go with. I think they'll go with... well, you save him for a little later. They're going to go with Frank DePino. 3 wins, 7 losses, a 4.03 ERA. He will come in and pitch to Gary Templeton here to start the bottom of the 5th. 4-3 Astros. Templeton is 1 for 2. DePino with the pitch, and that is a ballpark 78 that's in play. And an in-play 28 is a single for Templeton. He slaps a base hit off the left-hander. Leadoff hit for the Padres. The next batter is Tony Gwynn. 4C steal rating, 6 on the dice, nothing going on. Templeton on it first. DePino will now pitch. And that is a tough 0-0. We got a rare play. So we're using Season Ticket Baseball's rare play charts. So let's see what we got to do. So we got a runner on first. So we use, and less than 2 outs. So we're using pages 6 and 7. So we roll red, black, white. And that is 402. And let's see what we get here. And that is a wild pitch, goes to the backstop. I believe. Let's see if that is that. Yep, that is a wild pitch to the backstop, and Templeton will go to second. And Templeton will go to second there, and no hold. A wild pitch by DePino, and that puts the tying run in scoring position. Not a good play there. And now they'll pitch again to Gwynn. Still nobody out here. Bottom of the 5th. DePino's pitch. That's a tough 20. And that's going to be a base hit for Gwynn. That's a single. It's a long single into the gap to center field. Templeton rounding third. He does score. And Tony Gwynn will hold it first. And the Padres have tied the game right up. Tied at 4 now as Gwynn holds at first base with still no one out. Here is Steve Garvey. So Frank DePino kind of comes in here and blows it. Garvey's 0 for 2 as Michael Peterson joins us here at Jack Murphy Stadium. DePino's pitch, and that is a patient 0-1. That's definitely a walk. And now the Padres are in serious business here. Runners at first and second and nobody out, and a run already in. And that will bring up Greg Nettles. They're going to go talk to DePino on the mound. He hasn't gotten an out yet. He's a short reliever, but may not be in there for long. If you can get maybe Greg Nettles out. Got a couple of lefties up here. Tied at 4. No one out. DePino will pitch, and that is a tough 21. That is a strikeout. He gets Nettles. Big K there for DePino. He needed that one down. Next up for the Friars will be Terry Kennedy. Runners at first and second. DePino with the pitch. And that is a tough 66. And it's a fly out to left field. That's caught by Cruz. That's out number 2. On a tough, Gwynn has to hold it second. And now it is up to Carmelo Martinez. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the second. As Michael Peterson says, at least our I don't know what that word is. I live in South Florida, Mike. I don't know what that word is. Runners at first and second. Pitch from DePino. That's a patient 81. That's a base hit for Martinez. He gets a single. Gwynn with a run rating of 7 will score from second with 2 outs. Garvey run rating of 5, though, I have to draw, and he will only advance 1 base, so he will stop at second. But the Padres have taken the lead here, 5-4. As Michael Peterson says, chop. Chew. Base hit for Martinez, and that scores Gwynn. And now it's 5-4 as the Padres take the lead back. And that's going to be it for DePino. That's the second run he's given up. He is done. Tim Flannery will come out to bat now for the Padres. And we'll see who the Astros want to bring out to pitch. And it will be they're going to go with Mike Madden. No wins, no losses, 4.26 ERA. He will pitch to Flannery, 2 lefties. But the Padres already got 2 runs coming in. I know, did you hear Mets are close to Bradley? Yes, I heard. Yes, I heard. Yes. I'm loving what my Mets are doing. Is it baseball season yet? 2 outs. Madden will pitch to Flannery. Pitch coming, and that is a defense 70. That might be okay. Range check third base. Walling is a C. And that is a 70, and that will be an out. And that's going to be a ground out to third. Throw goes to first, and that will end the inning. Padres pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. And at the end of 5, it's 5-4 Friars. Why did Garvey stay at second? Because Garvey has a run rating of 5. It's only an automatic 2-base advance with 2 outs if the run rating is 6 or higher. Since I know with the runner on Gwynn at a run rating of 7, he automatically scores. With a base runner on 5, if there's any runner, okay, that has a base running rating of 5 or lower with 2 outs, I have to draw to see what happens to them. We are at the top of the 6th, 5-4, and it's the top of the batting order for the Astros. Here's Bill Doran. Lamarr Hoyt will come out to pitch. His fatigue inning is the 8th, so we'll see what he is. However, he is due to bat first in the bottom of the 6th inning, so let's see if the Astros can get some runs. Pitch from Hoyt, and that is an in-play 30, and it will be a base hit. Bill Doran gets another hit. That's his 2nd of the night. He's now 2 for 4. And a chance now for Craig Reynolds. Reynolds is 3 for 3. He's got 3 singles. He's good today. Doran will hold it first. Not stealing here. House rule on Delphi for him. Yeah, I like that. That's what I got for flyouts. Ground outs, I'm actually still tweaking here and there. Pitch from Hoyt, and that's an in play, but a 96 is a fly out to right. And that is the first time Reynolds has been retired in the game. And here is Denny Walling. Walling is 1 for 3. Yeah, my house rule still uses Joe Bryan's actual rules. It's not like I changed anything of his rules. I just enhanced it. Doran on it first. Here's the pitch from Hoyt. And that is a tough 60. And that is going to be a ground out to third. Walling, his double play rating is 8. Lamarr Hoyt's a 6. That is a 5. That's going to turn to third base, to second base, to first base. Inning over. 5-4-3 double play. A hit for the Astros, but that's all they get as they are retired by the twin killing. Lamarr Hoyt is due to lead off for the Padres. His fatigue inning is the 8th. He can pitch 1 more inning before coming out. Do I want Lamarr Hoyt? He's already given up 4 runs. He's only going to be able to pitch 1 more inning. I think it's a 5-4 game. I think you try to get some insurance. Hoyt's going to come out as well, as he actually already done more damage in his ERA. So Hoyt's coming out, and the Padres will bring out a pinch hitter against Madden. 6th inning, most at bats against the lefty that is on the bench. and that will be Jerry Royster. Had 181 at-bats against the lefties. Jerry Royster comes on. He's usually in the starting lineup, but not in today's game. Can Dora steal if he got jump? Yes, he can steal if he gets a jump. Bleacher Bums Gaming joins us here at Jack Murphy Stadium, dropping a quick like. I wish to apologize to you, Anthony. I know you were streaming at the same time, I believe. I have to get this game in before the college football game starts. Mike Madden will pitch to Royster, and that is a tough 89. That's an easy ground out to short. And that is out number 1 there as Royster goes down. Top of the order for the Friars, there's Al Bumbry. Got your 1922 and 1978 FCB seasons today. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you more about my game about Fall Classic last night. Had a little bit of an issue with the game. I'll tell you later. Mike Madden will pitch to Bumbry. That is a patient 79. That's a ground out to second. That's out number 2. Second out there. And now the batter is Gary Templeton. Yeah, no, I know it doesn't sound good. But go eat. Go eat. I'll tell you another time. Maybe the next time I do a Fall Classic game, I'll give a little bit of a rant. Templeton is 2 for 3. Pitch from Madden, and that's a tough 12, and he does a good job. He goes ahead and struck him out. Nice job by Madden. As he gets a 1, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Not bad. And it remains 5-4 in favor of the Padres. A 1-2-3 inning for Mike Madden. Top of the 7th inning coming up. Madden's actually going to be done for that because he actually is a short reliever, so he will come out. There will be a new pitcher for him. Need, of course, let's see, we got left switch right. Jose Cruz leads off for the Astros here on the top of the 7th. Think we might see a lefty for the Padres. Let's see what they got in the lineup. And they're going to go with, why not? They'll go with Craig Lefferts. You have a lead by 1. Craig Lefferts, 7 wins, 6 losses, 3.35 ERA. Lefferts will come on to pitch against Jose Cruz to start the top of the 7th. Lefferts with the pitch. That's a patient 13. That's a walk. Jose Cruz will trot down to first. And I believe that may be the first walk issued by any Padre pitcher, and that's the first walk issued by a Padre pitcher. Yeah, I am, Michael. Jose Cruz on it first, 3+ steal rating, but he's been on base already today. So, actually, no, he's not been. So the steal rating becomes a 4, but that's a 5. So he can't steal on the call. It'll be up to Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey's 2 for 3, a single and a double. He'll hit away. Cruz on it first. Lefferts now pitches to Mumphrey. And that is a patient 66. Just missed it. That is a fly out to right. And that is out number 1. And Cruz will hold it first. Next batter for the Astros, Glenn Davis. Davis is 1 for 3. Lefferts looking in. Pitch is coming, and that's an in play, 57, and it's a ground ball to third. Davis's double play rating's a 9. Lefferts is a 5. That's a 3. They're going to turn it. Third base to second base to first base. Double play, inning over. Second straight inning that the Astros ground out into an inning double play with a runner on first, 5-4-3. That is also the first inning where the Astros actually did not get a hit. They did get a base runner, but not a hit. We are at the 7th inning stretch. 5-4 Padres. In a pretty good game here at the Murph. Senior, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Yes, if the steal rate, so if the steal rating is higher, he can't go. If the dice is higher than the steal rating, that's the auto steal. No, he's not supposed to go. I will be right back. Bottom half of the 7th inning, Padres with a 5-4 lead. Tony Gwynn leads off for the Padres, got left, right, left, so I think we'll see a lefty from the Astros, although they may not have another one there. They do, and it's going to be Jeff Calhoun. 2 wins, 5 losses, 2.54 ERA. Calhoun will now come in, and he will pitch for the Astros. And what we got coming up? Well, we also got more baseball, of course, tomorrow. 1995 one and gone, game number 14 in the second round. The Baltimore Orioles taking on the Cincinnati Reds, and that should be a pretty good game. It will be Kevin Brown versus Pete Shurick. That's actually going to be a pretty darn good game, I think. Orioles at the Reds at Riverfront. And on Payoff pitch tomorrow night, we have the Reds as well tomorrow night on Payoff pitch. So you get the Orioles and the Reds, and then you get the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers tomorrow on Payoff pitch. So we got the Reds being featured pretty much tomorrow. Orioles at Reds, inside pitch 95, one and gone. Reds at Dodgers, Payoff pitch 85. Yep, we don't know yet what they're going to do about the DH. They're still discussing it. Tony Gwynn leads off against Jeff Calhoun here in the bottom of the 7th, 5-4 Padres. And that is a tough 93. That's a ground out to second. Easy play there for once. Not easy to get Gwynn out. That's the first out. Young Tony Gwynn at 25 years old. Here is Steve Garvey. Garvey's 0 for 2. Popped out twice and walked. Calhoun with the pitch. Tough. 41, and he pops out again to second. He's popped up 3 times to second in this game. That's out number 2. And now Greg Nettles. Nettles reached on an error and hit a double, so he is 1 for 2. Jeff Calhoun going through this inning pretty fast. And that is a patient 61. Nettles, however, gets a base hit. That's a single to left. And Nettles will hold it first. Next batter up is Terry Kennedy. Kennedy is 0 for 3. I did try to do a fall classic game last night. This is not the place for me at the moment. I'll let you guys know what I think later. Nettles at first, Kennedy at the plate, 2 outs. Pitch from Calhoun. That's a tough 71. It's a ground out to short, and the throw is going to go to second to get Nettles, and that will end it there. No runs and a hit, and it remains 5-4 Padres. We will go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Astros will be Kevin Bass. Bass is 2 for 3, a double and a single in this game. Lefferts will pitch to him. He's due to bat third in the bottom of the 8th inning, so he will. The Padres will see if he can go the inning. Pitch from Lefferts. Ballpark 09. That is wheelhouse for Bass. That's not a good thing for Lefferts. That's a wheelhouse 01, and that is a kaboom! That ball is high, that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Over the left field fence, home run Kevin Bass. And this game is tied. Oh, Craig Lefferts pitches him a meatball, and Kevin Bass turns it into lasagna. It is out of here. And it is tied at 5. We'll see you later, Bobs. Catch you later. Tied at 5 now. The batter is Mark Bailey. As now Hoyt loses the decision. Pitch from Lefferts to Bailey. That's a patient 44. That's a walk. Bailey will trot down to first on a walk. The batter is Jeff Calhoun, and they're going to take him out as they'll bring the pinch hitter. 8th inning, so got to be most at bats against the lefty on the bench, and that will be Dickie Thon. 272 batter against left-handed pitching. Here is Dickie Thon against Craig Lefferts. Another good baseball name, Dickie Thon. Bailey on it first. Nothing going on Stratton. There is nobody out. Lefferts. Here's the pitch. And that's a patient 65. And ground ball to second base. Thon's double play rating's a 5. Lefferts is a 5. That's a 5. Second base to shortstop to first, double play. 4-6-3. 2 outs. As Thon comes out and grounds out into the twin killing. See you guys later. Not a problem there, Michael. Catch you later. 2 outs. Here's Bill Doran. Doran is 2 for 4. Lefferts with the pitch. And that is a tough 62 ground out to third. And that will end the inning there. The Astros tie it up, though. 1 run on a big jack by Kevin Bass. We're tied at 5 going in the bottom of the 8th. Lefferts coming out. He's due to bat third, so he is done for the night. And let's see, right, left. Let's see who the Astros have. I don't think they have any more lefties, so now they got righties left. And they're going to go with Bill Dawley. 5 wins, 3 losses, 3.56 ERA. Bill Dawley, the next Houston pitcher, and Carmelo Martinez leads off for the Padres. He is 2 for 3. Tied at 5. Dawley will pitch. And that is a tough 80. And it is a fly out to center field. Out number 1. Martinez goes down quickly. And now here is Flannery. Flannery is 0 for 2. Dawley with the pitch. And that's a patient 40. That's a walk. Flannery will trot down to first. Go ahead and run on base. Pinch hitter coming up for the pitcher spot. Still in the 8th inning, so most at bats against the righty that is on the bench, and that is Kevin McReynolds. Good batter to have up there, though, although he only batted .223 against righties in 85. Kevin McReynolds will go up against Bill Dawley as a pinch hitter. Tied at 5. Can K-Mac come up with a big hit? There is one out. Dolly looking at a McReynolds. Here comes the pitch. That's a ballpark, 63. That's in play. In play, 89 as a ground ball to short. McReynolds, double play rating 8. Dolly's a 7. That's a 6. Shortstop to second to first, double play. 6-4-3, inning over. All the Padres get is a walk. We are still tied at 5 after 8. Will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the ninth, we are tied at 5. Leading off for the Astros is Craig Reynolds. They got 3 straight lefties coming up. Let's see who the Padres want to bring up to pitch. And they are going to go with... They're going to go with Mark Thurmond. 7 wins, 11 losses, a 3.97 ERA. He did start, but he could also pitch at relief as well. Mark Thurmond will go up against Craig Reynolds here in the top of the ninth. Tied at 5. Thurmond with the pitch. And that is a tough 80. It's a fly out to center, out number 1. Reynolds goes down. That brings up Walling. Walling is 1 for 4. Pitch from Thurmond. That's a tough 49. It's a base hit for Walling. He got a single. Fights off a tough pitch. Walling goes to first, and he is on base. A chance now for Jose Cruz. Cruz bats .277 against lefties. That is a 2. A steal attempt is available for Walling. He's a C stealer, and Kennedy is a 3-arm. He has 5 stolen bases. A C3 would be a normal chance. I think I'll let Cruz hit. I'll call off the steal, but we will do the hit and run. We will do a hit and run, though. A little dangerous, but we will do a hit and run. So Thurmond will pitch. Hit and run is on. That is a defense 06. That's going to be a problem. Range check to center field. That ball is hit to Al Bumbry. His range is an F. Not a chance on an 0-1. That's going to drop for a single. Or at least that. Let's see. That is a range. That is going to be a single, and it's an automatic 2-base single. Walling will go to third, and Cruz holds it first, and the Astros are in business. Hit and run works beautifully, but Cruz goes ahead and gets a hit. So now the go-ahead run is at third base. And the batter will be Jerry Mumphrey with runners at the corners and 1 out. Astros have a very good chance to score. Mumphrey is 2 for 4. They're going to go talk to Thurmond. He will pitch to Mumphrey. He actually makes Mumphrey a little worse. Infield is in. Thurmond. Looking on Mumphrey. Fans here at the Murph hoping for a good play. Thurmond will pitch. That's an in play. 37 base hit. Jerry Mumphrey. The Astros will take the lead. It's a hard grounder into right field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Walling trots home with the score. And Cruz is on at third. Mumphrey's on at first. Astros lead 6-5. Stadium groans. Ugh. And the batter now will be Glenn Davis as the Astros main closer getting ready to come in. 6-5 Astros. That actually was the score of the game, but it was the Padres winning 6-5. So runners at first and third. Davis will bat against Thurmond. Will he? Yeah, he pretty much... Let me see here. You got what? Still one out? Nope. They're actually going to bring out Thurmond. He is done. The Padres will take Thurmond out, and they're probably going to go to a right-hander this time. And they're going to go with... They're going to go with Roy Lee Jackson, 2 wins, 3 losses, 2.70 ERA. Roy Lee Jackson's job is simple. Just try to keep it a 6-5 ball game now. But with still runners at the corners and 1 out, the Astros are definitely threatening. Davis at the plate. Padres are going to call the infield in. Glenn Davis has a high double play rating, but Jackson does not. So the infield will come in. Pitch from Jackson. That's a tough 0-9, and that is a called strike 3 on Davis. Out number 2, big K by Jackson. And now here's Kevin Bass. Bass gets some boos here from the Murph crowd. He's had an awesome game. He's a triple short of the cycle. A double, a single, and a homer. Bass needs a triple in order to get the cycle. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Infield is normal. As Tribe Fan joins us here at the Murph. Runners at first and third. Jackson with the pitch. That's a tough 85. It's a fly out to center, and that will end the inning. 1 run for the Astros. 3 hits. They lead 6-5 going into the bottom of the 9th. So we've already seen some 9th inning magic in the top of the 9th. Will we see 9th inning magic in the bottom of the 9th? Bill Dawley will come out for the Astros. They will go with their closer. And that, of course, was Dave Smith. 9 wins, 5 losses, 2.27 ERA. Smith coming in to close. The thing is, the Padres have the top of the order, and it's going to be Al Bunbury leading off, but we'll see a pinch hitter for him with a 2.18 average. So we'll see a pinch hitter for Bunbury. He was in center field, so I'll mark that. And we'll see a new pitcher for him, and we can be anybody here. And coming on to pinch hit will be Bruce Bochy, 256 average. He will bat against Smith. Remember, in the 9th inning and later, I can bring in anybody I want. Most at bats in the before the 9th. Dave Smith will pitch to Bochy. And we'll see what Smith can do. Here's the pitch. That's a patient 43. Base hit for Bruce Bochy. Gets a single. The tying run is on. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 9th inning here at RJL 518? I think not. Here's Gary Templeton. Bruce Bochy not a threat to steal. Templeton will bat against Smith. Templeton's had a good night. He's 2 for 4. Nothing wrong with that. Smith will pitch. And that is a 30. That's a wild pitch. That ball goes to the backstop. Bochy is going to second. Wild pitch by Smith on a 30. And he goes to second base. Now the tying run is in scoring position for Templeton. Nobody out. 6-5. Astros leading. Smith will pitch to Templeton. And that is a patient 98. And it's a fly ball to left field. That is out number 1. Bruce Bochy's run rating is a 5. On a patient, on a ball to right field, Bochy, a runner at second, can go to third with a run. He has a run rating of 5. Mumphrey's arm is an 8. Bochy's going to hold at first base. That's out number 1. Bochy will not attempt to move. I think that'd be stupid if you get thrown out on a 5. He doesn't have any speed. But now, and why not? Because he got Tony Gwynn coming up to bat. That's another reason why I'm holding. He got Gwynn the batter. Gwynn can score Bochy on a single. Bottom of the ninth, 6-5. Now 1 out. Gwynn is the batter. And I was thinking of intentionally walking him, but you don't put the winning run on base. Smith will pitch. That is a tough 23, and it's a base hit for Tony Gwynn. It's a single. It's a long single into the gap to center field. Runner on second advances 1 base with a choice. Gwynn goes to first. Bochy's run rating is a 5. It's hit to center, and that's Bass with an arm rating of 7. Wow, do I send him home? I think I hold. And they hold him. They put the stop sign up, and Bochy holds at third. It's runner on second advances 1 base with a choice. He will hold at third. They put the stop sign up, and now the tying run is 90 feet away. The winning run is on first base, and it's up to Steve Garvey. Padres looking to take this game away from the Astros. Infield is in for the Padres, for the Astros, 1 out. Dave Smith needs a good pitch here against Garvey. 6-5 Astros. 9th inning magic, we got it. Here's the pitch from Smith. And that is a patient 0-0. We got a rare play. Let's see what we have. We got runners at first and third. So it's pages 2-5. We got a rare play. So it is red, black, white. Let's see what we got here. That is 3-4-0. Let's bring out the rare play chart. 3-4-0. And that is a batter is safe at second on a throwing error by the third baseman. Runners advance 2 bases. A throwing error at third. A throwing error on the third baseman. So the ball is hit to Walling, and he throws it away. So the batter is safe at second, which means Bochy comes in to score. The game is tied. Gwynn is safe at third. Garvey on at second. 6-6 tie. The Padres tie this game up in the bottom of the ninth. So they're saying we said that is a 3-4-0. So that is an error on third. So that is an E5. So it's a 2-base error on Denny Walling. And runners at second and third with 1 out. And the batter now is Greg Nettles. Fans here at the Murph can't believe it. Runners at second and third. Padres, the winning run is at third base. Nettles is the batter. They're going to intentionally walk Nettles, put him on base, and pitch to Terry Kennedy. And why would you do that? Because you can set up the double play, and that is what the Astros are going to do. Smith has a double play rating of 8, and Kennedy a 9. The Astros are going to play for 2 to try to send this game to extras. Steeler fan would say rigged. Bases loaded. Infield is back. They're going to play for 2. 6-6 tie. Smith has already blown the save. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch from Smith. And that is an in-play 50. And it's going to be a ground ball right back to Smith. But it's not going to work. His double play rating is an 8. Kennedy is a 9. That's a 12. That's an automatic score. Dave Smith will throw to the plate. Not in time. Gwynn scores. Padres win it. Calling the infield back. They try to turn it. They get the worst possible roll on a ground out, which is a 12. And on that, on a 11 or 12, all runners advance. So they try to throw out Gwynn, but Gwynn's going to be safe because of that. So that is a 7-6 win for the Padres. As the ball was hit slowly to Smith, through to the plate, but Gwynn does come in to score on a 12. If that was an 8 or lower, they turned that double play. Maybe I should have called the infield in, but I thought with Kennedy with a 9 and Smith with an 8, I thought I could get the double play, but boxcars or 11 or 10 or 9 would not have done it. And I'm going to take the blame for this loss for the Astros, I think. I probably should have called the infield in. But the Padres will win this 7-6. As Gwynn comes in to score. 2 runs on 2 hits. And that's your game. A walk-off win for the Padres. Final line score and 10-minute ticker coming up. I probably should have called the infield in instead of the infield back. I guess that's my fault. For the Padres, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For the Astros, 6 runs, 17 hits, and 1 error. Roy Lee Jackson comes up with the win, and Dave Smith takes the loss. And that will do it here at the Murph. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming up. And I think Steeler fan is probably going to have my head for not calling the infield in to prevent the winning run from scoring. I'm going to take the blame for that. That's my fault, I think. First time I had a game end that way on a ground. That game actually ended on a ground out. It actually ended on a ground out, but the 12 all runners score, so they had no play according to that. I believe that's how the rules went, and I might have to look that up because that's actually the first time I had that issue. Right now, I'm going to list that as a Padre win, 7-6, but I'm going to check the rules and see if I maybe messed something up. I've never had a game end on a play like that. Anyway, 10-minute ticker coming up. We got lots of games tonight because of the strike, so there were a number of double plays. Salvador America finally joins me. He doesn't care about the actual game. He just wants to watch 10-minute ticker. That's all Salvador America cares about. He don't love me. He just loves my 10-minute ticker to see how his Red Sox do. That's all. I know Steeler fan is not going to be happy with this result, I think, but I'll take the blame. My bad. Let's see. Okay, so we know. So Boston at the Chicago White Sox, they have a doubleheader. First game goes to Boston. They win that game 7-4. Second game also goes to Boston 8-1. So the Red Sox win both. Detroit at Kansas City doubleheader. First game goes to the Tigers 7-6. Second game also goes to the Tigers 8-7. California at Minnesota. That is a 9. That's a win for the Twins, 7-3. Cleveland taking on the Yankees in a doubleheader. First win goes to the Indians, 5-4. Second win also goes to the Indians, 5-0. Oakland at Seattle. That is a 5. That is a 5. That is a win for the Athletics. They win that game 9-0. Milwaukee taking on Texas in a doubleheader. First game goes to the Rangers, 9-5. Second game goes to the Rangers as well, 7-2. Got a lot of 2-game wins for the doubleheaders. Baltimore taking on Toronto in the 2 games. Baltimore wins the first game 11-7. And the Blue Jays win the second game 3-2. Cincinnati at the Dodgers. That's an 11. That's a win for the Reds, 4-3. They get the win. Mets taking on the Expos. That is a 10. The Expos win that game 7-5. Darn it. Pittsburgh taking on Philadelphia. That's a 5. Pittsburgh actually wins 8-2. Padres already beat the Astros. Atlanta taking on the Giants. That's a win for the Giants, 5-2 on an 11. Chicago Cubs against the Cardinals. That is a 9. Cardinals win 2-0. So that was the day after the strike. Now we go to August 9th. The Tim looks like a nice pair of... Oh, be quiet, Sal. A nice pair of Hooters. I'm going to tell your wife, Mrs. America, might not like to hear you say that. Unless, of course, she has a nice pair of Hooters. Yankees against Boston. That's a 9. The Red Sox beat the Yankees 5-3. I know Salvador America will be really happy about that win. Milwaukee against the White Sox. That's a 7. That's a win for the White Sox, 5-2. Detroit taking on Cleveland. That's a 7. The Tigers win 6-2 over the Tribe. Toronto against Kansas City. Royals win it 6-2. California against Minnesota. That's an 11. That's a win for the Twins, 7-0. Oakland at Seattle. Athletics win 2-1. They're still chasing the Mariners. Baltimore at Texas. That's a 3. A win for the Orioles, 7-5. Cincinnati at the Dodgers. Dodgers win this one, 6-3. As Salvador America says, all is right in the universe. Pittsburgh taking on Montreal. That is a 6. The Expos win it, 9-1. Chicago Cubs taking on my Mets. My Mets are not playing well lately. That's a 4. Cubs win 8-3. As my Mets right now are barely holding on to third. St. Louis against the Phillies. That's a big series. That's a win for the Cardinals, 9-5. Houston taking on San Diego in a doubleheader twice. First win, Astros win game 1, 8-5. And Padres win game 2, 7-1. Atlanta takes on San Francisco. That's a 7. Braves win 12-8. And that is it for the 10-minute ticker. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. As we'll have the Cincinnati Reds take on the Dodgers on August 10th, which will be tomorrow night's payoff pitch game. Salvador America, Tribe Fan, Bears Den 007, Bob's Tabletop Sports, Michael Peterson, Bleacher Bums Gaming, Mr. Moley. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Padres over the Astros, 7-6. See you guys later. Have a good night.